Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Radhikaye Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayanitti Namane Vandeham Shri Guru Varam Shri Rupanuka Pravaram Brajarasa Rasikam Cha Narayanam Tam Prapanam Radhe Araman Bihari Ki Jai Shri Guru Charanam Bande Ramana Prishtaya Bhutale Rupanuga Bhakti Dam Chakripa Murtim Narayanam Shri Krishna Lila Katane Sudaksham Adhuya Madhuya Ganais Chayuktam Param Varenyam Purusham Mahantam Narayanam Tvam Shirasha Namami Namo Vishnu Padaya Shri Keshavaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Vamaniti Namane Bottom page Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatadesha Tarane Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Charya Singha Rupane Shishimad Bhakti Vikan Keshavati Namane Ati Marcha Tri Traya Swashitanancha Chapalane Jiva Duke Siddhartaya Srinama Premadayane Godashaya Vigrahaya Krishna Kamaika Charane Rupanuga Pavaraya Vinodeti Swarupane Prabhupadantarangaya Sarvasa Gunashalane Mayavada Tamogyana Vedantarta Vade Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namane Shri Vaishabhana Devi Jai Jai Kripadvaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnanam Dayane Prabhave Namaha Madhuryo Jwala Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gora Kruna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostate Namaste Gauravani Shrimurtaye Dinatarane Rupanuga Vrudapa Shridanta Dvantaharane Namo Gaur Kishoraya Shakshavaragya Murtaye Vipralambar Sambode Padambo Jahite Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namane Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Bhava Bhumeshwam Nirjasta Sajana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannatayate Namaha Panchakalpa Trubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvise Namaha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jayatam Sutopangor Mama Manda Matergati Matsarvasya Padambojo Shiradha Madana Mohano Tivdad Vrindanya Kapachumadha Srimadhana Singha Sanasto Shishi Radha Shila Govinda Devo Prestalabi Sevi Manosmarami Shriman Rasar Sarambi Vamsi Vata Tatastitaha Karshan Venu Swanir Gopir Gopinata Shriostinaha Vrindai Tulosi Devai Priyaye Keshavashacha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavachai Namo Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Sarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakti Shaktikam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Page 33. Ute Bodo Kripa Kori Godavana Mache Kojume Di Achasta Hagyadila More Ebraje Basi Harinama Kodogana Kintukabe Prabhu Yogatar Pibe Edasera Joya Kori Chita Stira Habe Sakala Sahibo Ekante Bajibo Hari Gurudev Bodo Kripa Kori Godavana Maje Gojume Di Achastana Shaishava Yovane Shadasuka Sange Abhyasya Hoilo Manja Nisha Karma Doshe Deha Hoilo Vajanera Pratibanda Varake Kona Pancharoge Hata Kemone Baji Bobolo Kandiya Kandiya Tomara Charane Kandiya Kandiya Tomara Charane Boriachi Suvivala Kripa Kori Godavana Maje Gojume Di Achastana Agyadila More Braje Basi Harinama Kodogana Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Guru Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Guru
45. Page 45. Kirupe paibo seva moidora chara Shri Shri Guru Vaishnave Rati Nahoilo Amara Kirupe paibo seva Moidora Jara Shri Guru Vaishnave Rati Nahoilo Amara Ashesha Mayate Mana Magana Ilo Vaishnave Telesha Macha Ratina Janmilo Ashesha Mayate Mana Magana Ilo Vishaye Bulianda Oinu Divani She Kalefa Sharite Fire Maya Se Pisachi Vishaye Bulianda Divani She Kalefa Sharite Pire Maya Se Pisachi Ihare Koriya Jaya Chadano Na Jaya Sadhu Kripa Vinara Nahi Ko Upaya Ihare Koriya Jaya Chadano Na Jaya Sadhu Kripa Vinara Nahi Ko Upaya Adosa Darasi Prabhu Patita Udhara Ebara Narotameka Ranishta Adosa Darashi Prabhu Patita Udhara Ebara Narotame Nararishta Kirupe Paiva Seva Moidora Chara Shri Guru Vaishnave Rati Nahoilo Ama Kirupe Paiva Seva Maidaya Chara Shri Guru Vaishnave Rati Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Oye Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya Nitai Gaur.
Page 84. Paramakaruna. Paramakaruna Bahudvijana Nitai Gora Chandra. Paramakaruna Bahudvijana Nitai Gora Chandra. Paramakaruna Bahudvijana Nitai Gora Chandra. Karuna Bahudvijana Nitai Gora Chandra. Sabhavata Sar Shiromani Kevala Ananda Kanda. Sabhavata Sar Shiromani Kevala Ananda Kanda. Sabhavata Sar Shiromani Kevala Ananda Kanda. Shiromani Kevala Ananda. Baja Baja Bai Chaitanya Nitai Sujida Vishwasha Kori. Baja Baja Bai Chaitanya Nitai Sujida Vishwasha Kori. Ishaya Chadiya Seya Semajiya Muke Bolo Hari Hari. Muke Bolo Hari Hari. Teka Oribai Jibu Banena Ene Chidayala Data. Eba Tiruvanena Emona Oyala Data. Ashupaki Jure Pasane Bidare Tumi Jara Gunagata. Ashupaki Jure Pasana Bidare Tumi Jara Gunagata. Paramakaruna Bahudvijana Nitai Gora Chandra. Paramakaruna Bahudvijana Nitai Gora Chandra. Sansare Majia Rahile Padia Sepade Mukhelo Asha. Sare Majia Rahile Padia Sepade Nahilo Asha. Apana Karama Kunjai Saman Koi Haye Lochana Dasa. Apana Karama Kunjai Saman Koi Haye Lochana Dasa. Paramakaruna Bahudvijana Nitai Gora Chandra. Karuna Vijana Gora Chandra. Sabhavata Sar Shiromani Kevala Ananda Kanda. Sabhavata Sar Shiromani Kevala Ananda Kanda. Jaya Nitai Jaya Gaur. 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 Nitai Gaur Haribo 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 Nitai Gaur Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo, Agora Haribo, 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 Haribo. The two lords, Nitai and Gaurachandra, are supremely merciful. They are the essence and the crown jewels of all avatars, and they are the source of absolute bliss. O brother, worship Chaitanya Nitai with unswerving faith, renouncing material enjoyment and drowning yourself in that rasa of worshiping them. Let your lips chant, Hari, Hari. Just see, dear brother, in all the three worlds, no one bestows mercy like they do. Animals and birds shed tears, and stones melt upon hearing narrations of their glories. Lochan Das says, since you remain submerged in material enjoyment, the aspiration to take shelter of their lotus feet has not arisen. Then you suffer the consequences of your own misdeeds, as meted out by Lord Yama. That was Nitai.
Namami Nandanandanam, Namami Nandanandanam, Namami Nandanandanam, Namami Nandanandanam, Suchalu Mandalam, Sukharnaratna Kundalam, Suchachitanga Chandanam Namami Nandananda Sudirga Netra Pankajam Shikishikanda Mudhajam Ananga Koti Mohanam Namami Nandanandanam Sunasikagramuktikam Swachandadantapantikam Navambudanga Chikanam Namami Nandanandanam Karena Venuranjitam Kati Karendra Ganjitam Tukula Peta Shobhanam Namami Narayana Tribhanga Deha Sundaram Nakadyuti Sudakaram Amulya Radha Bhushanam Namami Nandanandam Sugandha Anga Saurabham Uro Viraji Kostubham Spurashirvasalanchanam Namami Nandanandanam Vrindavana Sunagaram Vilasanugavasasam Surendra Garva Mochanam Namami Nandanandanam Prajanana Sunayakam sada sukha pradayakam jaganmana pralobhanam namami nandanandanam Shinandanandanashtakam Pater Yashadvayanvita Tarer Bhavavim Dustaram Labhetarang Vijugmakam Namami Nandanandanam Namami Nandanandanam Namami Nandanandanam Namami Munindra Vrinda Vandite Triloka Shoka Harini Prasanna Vaktra Pankaje Nikunja Bhuvilasini Brajendra Bhanu Nandini Brajendra Nusangate Kata karishyasi hamam kripa kataksha bhajanam ashoka vriksha valari vitanamandapastite pravala vala pallava prabhanurangri komale Prarabhaya spurat kare prabhuta sampadalaye kada karishyasi hamam kripa kataksha bhajana anangaranga mangala prasanna bhangura bhruvam savibhramang sasabhramang Kritanga bana pantane Nirantarang vashikrita Pratiti nandana Akarishyasi hamang Kripa kataksha bhajana Tadit suvarna champaka Pradipta gaura vigrahe Mukha prabha parasta koti sharadenduma Vichitra chitra sancharachcha kora shavalochane Kada karishyasi hamam Kripa kataksha bhajanam Madon madati jovane Pramodamana mandite priyanura karanjite Kala vilasa pandite Ananya dhanya kunja raja Kamakeli kovide Kada karishyasi hama Kripa kadaksha bhar Ashesha hava bhava dhira Hira hara bhushite Prabhuta shata kumbha kumbha Kumbhi kumbha sustani Prashastra manda hasya churna Purna sokya sagare Kara karishyasi karam Kripa kataksha bhajanam Vinalavalari Taranga tolate Latagalasya lola nila Locha vavalokane Lala lulan milan mano Mugas ashite Kada karishyasi hama Kataksha Suvarna malikanchita Tireka kambu kantage Trisutra mangali त्रिरत्नदीप्तिदीधिति सलोलनीलकुन्तला प्रसूनगुचगुंफिते कदा करिष्यसि हमं कृपाकटाक्षभजनं नितम्बबिम्बलम्बमान् पुष्पमेकलागुणे प्रशस्तरानकिङ्किणी कलापमध्यमाञ्जुले करीन्द्रशून्ददान्दिका परोहसो भगोरुके कदा करिष्यसि हमं कृपाकटाक्षभजनम् अनेकमन्त्रनादमन् शृणुपुरारवस्कलत् समाजराजहंसव शनिक्वनातिगौरवे विलोलहेमवलरि विदां विचारुचङ्क्रमे कदा करिष्यसि हमं कृपाकटाक्षभजनम् अनन्तकोटिविष्णुलोकनाम्रपाल्मजार्चिते हिमाद्रिजापुरोमजा विरिञ्चजावरप्रदे अपारसिद्धिरेधिदेग्ध सपदां नके कदा करिष्यसि हमं कृपाकटाक्षभजनं माकेश्वरी क्रियेश्वरी स्वदेश्वरी सुरेश्वरी त्रिवेदभारतीश्वरी प्रमाणशासनेश्वरी रामेश्वरी क्षमेश्वरी प्रमोदकाननेश्वरी ब्रजेश्वरी ब्रजाधिपे श्रीराधिके नमोऽस्तु ते इति ममाद्भुतं स्तवं निशम्य भानुनन्दिनी करोतु सन्ततं जनं कृपाकटाक्षभजनं भवेत् तदैव सञ्चिता त्रिरूपकर्मनाशनं भवेत् तदा ब्रजेन्द्रस्तु प्रवेशनं कदा करिष्यसि हमं कृपाकटाक्षभजनम् जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे जय विश्वभानुनन्दिनी राधे राधे अष्टसखी शिरोमणि राधे राधे
Page 341. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite 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 Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite Gokula Taruni Mandala Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Damodararati Vardhanaveshe Harineshkuta Vrinda Vipineshe Damodararati Vardhanaveshe Harineshkuta Vrinda Vipineshe Damodararati Vardhanaveshe Harineshkuta Vrinda Vipineshe Damodararati Vardhanaveshe Harineshkuta Vrinda Vipine Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Vrishabhanudadhi Navashashileke Lalita Saki Guna Ramita Vishake Vrishabhanudadhi Navashashileke Lalita Saki Guna Ramita Vishake Vrishabhanudadhi Navashashileke Lalita Saki Guna Ramita Vishake Vrishabhanudadhi Shileke Lalita Saki Guna Ramita Vishake Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Madhava Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Karunam Karumai Karuna Bharite Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite Karunam Gurumai Karuna Bharite Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite Karunam Karumai Karuna Bharite Shirupa Sanatana Varnita Charite Karunam Karumai Karuna Bharite Shirupa Sanatana Varnita Charite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite Gokula Taruni Mandala Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Krishna. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Krishna. O Radha, all glories to you, O beloved of Madhava. Your glories are sung by the circle of the youthful maidens of Gokula. O you whose attire increases Damodar's affection, O queen of the Vrindavan forest, you are the pleasure garden of Sri Hari. From the ocean of Rishamanu Maharaj, you arise like the new moon. O dearmost friend of Lalita, O you who captivate the heart of Vishaka with your charming qualities. Bestow your compassion upon me, O you who brim with compassion. Your transcendental qualities and character are described by Sri Sanak and Sanatan. Shrimati Radharani ki jai. Srila Rupa Goswami ki jai. Okay. We should do Dekite, Dekite. Maybe we can get Sita. I don't know. She's great at this one. Me, not so much. I know. Oh, 114. All right. I'll try. Dekite, dekite, pulibo vakabe, nijastula parichay, nayine heribo brajapura soba, nityachira nanda moya. Dekite, dekite, olivo vakave, nijastula parichaya. Naine hirivo brajapura, chachirananda moya. Nityachirananda moya. Nityachirananda moya. Nijastula parichaya. Nityachirananda moya. Nityachirananda moya. Rishabhanupare Janamaloiva Javete Vivahave Rajagopiva Bhoive Swava Anabhava Narahive Rishabhanupare Janamaloiva Javate Vivahave Rajagopiva Bhoive Swava Anabhava Narahive Anabhava Narahive Anabhava Narahive Javate Vivahave Anabhava Narahive Anabhava Narahive Chabate Vivahave Nija Siddha Deha Nija Siddha Nam Nija Rupa Swabhasana Radha Kripa Bale Lavivo Vakave Krishna Prema Prakarana Nija Siddha Deha Nija Siddha Nam Nija Rupa Swabhasana Radha Kripa Bale Lavivo Vakave Krishna Prema Adhana Krishna Prema Prakarana Krishna Prema Prakarana Nija Rupa Swabhasana Nija Krishna Prakarana Krishna Prema Prakarana Nija Rupa Swabhasana Yamuna Shalila Aharane Giya Ujivo Jugala Rasa Prema Mugdadhaye Pagalina Praya Gaivo Radha Rajasa Yamuna Salila Arane Giya Ujiva Jugala Rasa Prema Mugdhaye Pagaline Praya Gaiva Radha Rajasa Gaiva Radha Rajasa Gaiva Radha Rajasa Buje Boju Galarasa Gaiva Radha Rajasa Gaiva Radha Rajasa Buje Boju Galarasa Dekite Boli Bobakeve Nijastula Parichay Nayena Hiriva Brajapate Sova Nitya Chirananda Moya Dekite Boli Bobakave Nijastula Parichay Nayena Hiriva Brajapate Sova Nitya Chirananda Moya Nitya Chirananda Moya Nitya Chirananda Moya Nijastula Parichaya Nitya Chirananda Moya Nitya Chirananda Moya Nijastula Parichaya Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe 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 Jai Jai Shri Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe 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 Jai Jai Radhe 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 Jai Jai Shri Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe Rani ki Jai Maharani ki Jai Radha Rani ki Jai Maharani ki Jai Radha Rani ki Jai Maharani ki Jai Radha Rani ki Jai Maharani ki Jai Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe, Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Shri Radhe.
I just want to mention that we do have room for several visitors here in the temple, even 2 seats
I don't know. I'm gonna ask
that are
Vasant.
benches and several on the floor with pillows. So anyone who wants to, who's way in the back, is welcome to come here.
Oh, she's here. Yeah, good. I'm gonna read the English really quick, just because we can. When before my very sight will my bodily self-conception disappear? Then with my own eyes I shall behold the exquisite beauty of Braj, full of eternal spiritual cognizance and bliss. At that time I shall take birth in the village of Brishabhanu Maharaj, and my marriage will occur in Javat. My sole disposition and character will be that of a Braja Gopi. Any other mood will not remain. When shall I obtain by the power of Radha's mercy my perfected spiritual body, my perfected spiritual name, and my own form and dress? True initiation into the realm of Krishna Prem. When I go to draw water from the Yamuna, I shall understand the confidential mellows of the divine couple's loving affairs. Being overwhelmed with prem, I shall sing Sri Radha's glories just like a madwoman. Jai Shrimati Radharani ki jai. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai. Shri Radhastami ki jai.
362. 362. Radha, Radha Nama Parama Sukhadai. Radha Nama Parama. Radha Nama Parama Sukhadai. Radha Nama Parama Sukhadai. Radha Nam, Radha Nam, Radha Nam, Parama Sukhadai. Radha Nama Parama Sukhadai. Radha Nama Lahara Lahara Shri Shama Jogi. Lahara Lahara Shri Shama Jogi. Mana राधा नाम परमा सुखदाई राधा नाम ब्रज त्यज के मैं कहीं नहीं जाऊं ब्रज त्यज के मैं कहीं नहीं जाऊं ब्रज त्यज के मैं रसिका संताना के दर्शन पाऊं रसिका संताना के जग से प्रीति हटाए जग से प्रीति हटाए राधा नाम परमा सुखदाई राधा नाम राधा नाम परमा सुखदाई राधा नाम परमा सुखदाई राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे ओ राधे 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 जय जय श्री राधे राधे ओ राधे 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 जय जय श्री राधे राधा रानी की जय महारानी की जय बोलो बरसाने वाली की जय 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 बरसाने वाली की जय 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 रानी की जय महारानी की जय राधा रानी की जय महारानी की जय ठाकुर रानी की जय हरि प्यारी की जय हरि प्यारी वृषभान दुलाली की जय 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 वृषभान दुलाली की जय जय गौरांगी की जय है मंगी की जय गौरांगी की जय ब्रजराज कुमारी की जय 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 ब्रजराज कुमारी की जय 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 राधा रानी की जय महारानी की जय राधा रानी की जय महारानी की जय ओ ब्रज रानी की जय ब्रज देवी की जय ब्रज रानी की जय ब्रज देवी गहवर वनावली की जय जय Shri Radhe.
Jai Shri Radhe.
Just one quick announcement. Does anyone park on this street right on here?
Yes.
No, he has a pass. They have a
Okay, okay, so
Disabled?
then it's fine. Then
I parked on the front on this street.
This
that way.
street?
Yeah, this one.
um,
No, that one's okay. You park by the neighbors. If somebody's driving a BMW like hatchback and a GMC, red GMC hatchback, black BMW hatchback, and then red GMC hatchback parked right there. It needs to be moved just because the neighbors will call anything.
need to, part of us can tell you, going to tell you where to park.
Yeah.
Where is it? Where it says.
Where you were?
We'll check and make sure.
No, but you have the disabled taxi.
Oh, you're fine.
The one in
It's right here on this immediate street. Nobody can park in this street right here.
And I have an announcement too. My announcement.
And is that if there's anybody who's not completely satisfied with where you're sitting, we do have room for 5 more visitors here. So anybody's welcome to come in. 5 or 6.
All right, we got people coming.
Arrivo!
Haribo!
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Haribo, 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 Nita Gora, Haribo, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Gurudev. Haribo.
So welcome everyone on this very most auspicious day, one of the most important days in the whole year. So generally, many of you were passed out these big cards. Generally, we begin the classes with everyone uttering these prayers together, which calls for the presence of our gods and goddesses and disciplic succession of self-realized souls. Agyanam timirandasya Jnananjana salakaya Chaksurandalitam yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Pradalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namah. Yang Pravajantam Manupetam Apetak Dvaipayano Virahaka Taruha Juhava Putreti Tanmayataya Taravo Banedos Tang Sarvabhutaridayam Muni Manatosmi Bhaktya Vihina Apurada Lakshay Chaptasya Kamadi Tarangamadye Kripamayi Tvang Sharanam Prapadyam Vinde Namaste Charanarvindam Tavoivasmi Najivami Tambina Iti Vigyaya Radhe Tam Nayamam Charanantike Kripayati Yadi Radha Badita Shesha Badha Kimapuravashishtam Pushti Maryadayorme Yadi Vadati Chakinchit Smeraha Sodita Srir Twijavaramani Panktya Mukti Shuktya Tadakim Shama Sundara Shikanda Shekara Smeraha Samurali Manohara Radhika Rasikamam Kripanidhe Swapriya Charana Kinkari Kuru Prananatha Vishabhanu Nandini Sri Mukhabjara Salola Satapada Hika Paratale Kritastitim Tambajame Rasikendra Shekhara Sambadaya Dashane Trinam Bibo Pardaye Brajamahendra Nandana Astu Mohantabadi Ballava Janma Janmane Marisvari Priya. If Sri Radha is merciful to me, then unlimited obstacles to my devotion will be removed. There will be nothing superior for me to obtain, because I will have received the excellence offered by the paths of both Vaidhi and Rag. And if she speaks something while smiling gently, thereby revealing the brilliance of her beautiful pearl-like teeth, then what significance will the oyster of liberation have? O Shamasundar, O you whose head is adorned with peacock feathers, whose face is graced with a laughing smile, whose murli flute enchants the mind, and who is most expert in relishing ras with Srimati Radhika. O ocean of mercy, please make me a kinkari or maidservant at the feet of your beloved. You are the lord of the life of the daughter of Vrishabhanu Maharaj, and you are like a bee, always eager to taste the honey of her lotus-like face. O Rasikendra Shekhar, foremost of those who are Rasik, who are situated at the feet of Srimati Radhika, I worship you. O son of the king of Braj, O all-pervading one, O Mohan who enchants the minds of all. Taking a piece of straw in my teeth, I pray that your supremely beloved, Sri Radha, be my dear worshipful goddess, birth after birth. So we want to worship God. Without him, we'd have no existence. If you can imagine having no existence, I don't think that's possible. So he's our Father. He created us for the same purpose that good parents create children, that is to have a loving relationship and bring happiness to that child. So similarly with Krishna. But what do we want from him when we pray? This poetry that we just read, and all of our spiritual masters teach us that basically we're not asking him for bread and butter. Oh God, give me my daily bread. What we want from him is to be engaged in his service eternally. But what's the best service to render him is to become a maidservant at the feet of his beloved Sri Radha, because his happiness is in the happiness of Sri Radha, his beloved consort and his potency. Just a little commercial here. I see that some of you just came in, so we do have room for about 5 or 6 visitors, so please make your avail yourself if you like. Okay, so just as we can only function when we have power to do so, energy. So where does that phenomenon come from? It comes from the fact that the Supreme Godhead, the source of all existence, also needs power in order to be God, in order to be the most beautiful, most wealthy, the most strong, the most renounced. These 6 qualities that make God God is coming from his power, and we learn from our Vedic scriptures and from our disciplic teachers that his power, like my power, is not a separate person. It's just within me. But Krishna's power is a separate person, and that is Sri Radha. She is the source of his happiness. She is the source of his being, the embodiment of happiness. And she is the source of his ability to give happiness to his devotees. So I have a chart here. I don't know how many of you can see how much of it, but I'm going to hold it up, and it can be held up to the screen, to the, what is it? That TV there? The live stream. So it looks kind of like this. That is, most of you can't see it, so I'll explain it. So Srimati Radhika, whose appearance day is today, is Krishna's intrinsic Shakti or power. Means without her, he would be nirvishesha, means without any qualities, without form. So she's really, as they say in the Vedic culture, the wife is the better half of the husband. So this is also true with the Supreme Lord. She's called his Pada Shakti, his supreme potency, his Swarup Shakti, that is his own, the power of his own self, and Chit Shakti, which means his transcendental spiritual potency. Now, this potency has 3 activities, and but she also has 3 functions. Regarding the activities, this inconceivable Swarup Shakti, Achintya Swarup Shakti, she manifests the whole spiritual world. That is, there are innumerable spiritual planets underneath Krishna's original planet, which is a 1,000-petaled shaped brilliant lotus. Just below that, there are innumerable Vaikuntha planets, planets without any anxiety and without any measurement of length or breadth. And there, the Lord lives in his opulent feature. So, this Chit Shakti, or the Swarup Shakti, is one, but she manifests the Chit Shakti, or whole spiritual world, with all the personalities, associates of the Lord, who have various ecstatic relationships with him, all the forestry, all the palaces, everything is manifest from this Chit Shakti. Then another activity is she manifests as Jiva Shakti. Jiva means the living entities, innumerable, unlimited, infinitesimal living entities. That's us. And she also manifests as what's called Maya Shakti, or Bahiranga, the external energy. That is this cosmic manifestation. And she gives the jivas the opportunity to enjoy separately as a separate God, if we like. But we don't have a very good time with it because we're thrown by this Maya Shakti into so many species of life. Just to make it very, very simple, if somebody likes to stand naked, for example, in public, then she says, okay, stand naked in public, but that's not for human life. Human life is meant for self-realization. So become a tree and stand naked for 5,000 years. So we have so many desires, but it always ends up in catastrophe. And our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, said you can take that from the Vedas or you can take it from common affairs. And what is there? Birth, growth, sustenance, growing old, disease, and then finish. And then we don't know where we're going next. So then there are three functions of this Swarup Shakti, Sri Radha, and that is the Sandini potency, or the potency of existence, and Sambit potency, the potency of knowledge. You know, we hear that the Supreme Lord is Sat Chit Ananda, means eternal, full of bliss, and full of knowledge. So this eternity potency is called Sandini, and the presiding deity of that potency is Krishna's brother Baladev. But even though Baladev is also the Supreme Lord, and he manifests innumerable incarnations, still that chit potency, that sat potency, the potency of eternity, is one of the functions of the Swarup Shakti. So we're getting a gauge here on who she is. Yo Brahma Rudra Sukhanarada Bhishma Mukhyai Alakshitana Sahasa Purushasya Tasya Sadhyo Vasikarana Churnam Ananta Shaktim Sri Radhika Charanodenu Anusmarami. Even demigods like Brahma, Lord Brahma, the sub-creator of this universe, Lord Shiva, Sukadeva Goswami, the speaker of Srimad Bhagavatam, the great powerful associate of Krishna, Bhishma, they, in their deep meditation, they can barely and rarely meditate on the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, though they perform austerities and try very hard. But that same Sri Krishna, when Srimati Radhika gives her sidelong glance, that same Krishna, by her Ananta Shakti, or her unlimited potency, he faints in ecstasy, just getting her glance, sidelong glance. So therefore, I worship, O Radhika, I worship your lotus feet and meditate on them again and again. Then, so she manifests the Sandini potency, the potency of existence of the whole spiritual world, which is pervertedly reflected in this world. And she manifests as the chit potency, meaning the sambit potency, the potency of knowledge, by which Krishna or God knows himself and by which others can know him. And then she manifests as Hladini Shakti, and she's also called Hladini Shakti. This is his Ananda potency, or the potency of bliss, which everyone in the spiritual world doesn't know anything but this bliss, and which is pervertedly reflected in this material world as mundane happiness, which has three features, that is, longing for something, then not getting it and lamenting that I didn't get it, or longing for something and then getting it, and then being afraid that I'm going to lose it, or lamenting that I got it, and then lamenting when that's over, and then longing for something else. Welcome to the material world. So this is the why. Why is that material world there? Because just like a, let's see, a mother is cooking, like I see some mothers here, many mothers, cooking, and the little child wants to imitate the mother and cook too. I want a stove, I want to light the stove, and I want to cook. But obviously, that would be too dangerous, little child. So the mother gives the child a fake stove with clay pots and clay bowls and things like that. So the child could think, yes, I'm as good as the mother. So this is the imitation world of imitation God consciousness. Another example that our Srila Prabhupada gives is that you have a father and his child is like so naughty that it's beyond words. So he may give that child to a reform school so that with a very stern masters, the child will become good, and then the father will take the child back. So these things are going on in this material world. Where did that paper go? So this is the tattva, or the philosophical truths. Another way she expands, because she's the inconceivable Swarup Shakti, Achintya Swarup Shakti. So just like you have the sun, and then you have the sun globe, and you have the sun disk. Now the sun disk, what's the difference between the sun disk and the sun globe? The sun globe is only in one place, but the sun disk is anywhere that I am, if it's the right time of my day. That is, here in Miami, I can see the disk. If I'm in India, I can see the disk. If I'm down south, in South America, I can see the disk. But it's really only one. So similarly, and then there's the sunshine, and then there's the reflection of the sun. So she gives Krishna the ability to have a form, to create innumerable other incarnations with their forms. Advaitam achyutam anadi anantarupam. What's going on here? Adyam purusham navajaubanam cha. What's happening with the mic system? Goes on and off. Okay. Huh? What? Oh, you don't hear me stop? Oh, I guess only I do. Okay. So, that is, she gives him the ability to create many abodes, many planets, where he is the supreme worshipable deity in each planet. And then he becomes the super soul, like the disc. Krishi Radharaman Bihari Jeev Ki Jai. That is, he's sitting in the heart of every living entity, and he controls their wanderings. He's the source of their knowledge, their forgetfulness. Can you kindly open the side also, Madhu, so that the devotees sitting there, thank you, can also see. And I hope that those who are sitting in the back and seeing the side will also, before the curtains close later, come up so that you could see them close from the front. Say hello, offer your obeisances, things like that. And then she also manifests over living entities. And then that's the molecules of sunshine. And then there's the cloud, the reflection of the sun, which is the darkness, which without seeing in relation to Krishna is known as the illusory energy, and which has no reality, which is known as the reflection in the darkness. Okay, great. So now let's get a little more about the person herself. Of course, all that philosophy is also about the person. She does that with her personality in order to satisfy the Lord. But let's talk about her birth, since today is her birthday. So her father, although she's birthless, just like Krishna is birthless, yet more than being worshipped by the hymns in the Vedas as he who is the source of everything. Oh, I forgot to translate that verse. Advaita, he's one without a second. Achyuta, he's infallible. Anadir, he's the beginning of everything, and he has no beginning to himself. He has unlimited forms, and each form is unlimited. So naturally, the ancient Vedic hymns glorify him as such. But that kind of glorification doesn't give him as much pleasure as when he relates in a human-like way. He's never a human, but he much prefers to relate in a human-like way with parents, with family, with friends, with servants, but not servants of himself, servants of his father, Nanda Maharaj, who sit Krishna on their laps, kiss him, things like that. And topmost, he likes to enjoy with his beloveds. Just like here in the material world, we like to enjoy with beloveds, paramour beloveds, or legally married beloveds. So this tendency of us is a reflection of the Lord's having consorts. But his consort, his relationship with his consorts is pristine. And his consorts have illusory husbands. They think that they're married to other males, although they are Krishna's Shaktis, or powers, and they are expansions of Srimati Radhika. The reason for this is so that because paramour love, or unwedded outside wedded love, is always new and fresh, and you're sort of hiding. So this comes, the origin of this is in the Supreme Lord, but his is completely pristine. There's no lust there. Everything is for the satisfaction of Krishna. When we act for the satisfaction of our own senses, this is called lust. Atmendriya Priti Vangsha, that is called lust. And Krishnendriya Pritibhangsha, that is the desire to satisfy the Supreme Lord, is called love. There's a lot of difference between the two, as there is between base iron and gold. Just like I have hands and feet and so many organs in my body. So the hands want to serve the source, satisfy the source of all energy in the body. And what's that? The stomach. So the hands go out and they get food and everything and they put it in the stomach. But once, what happened was, the senses, the hands, the feet, because the feet walk to the grocery store. The hands, the feet, the eyes, the ears, the nose, they got together and they had a meeting. And they discussed amongst themselves, this is not working. That the stomach gets all the food, we work so hard, and just give everything to the stomach. And what do we get? I think we should go on strike. So they went on strike and they said, and let's meet next week. So the next week they all met. I mean, they could barely get in there to the meeting. And they came to the conclusion that it's better to serve the stomach, because then we share in the energy. And if one hand wants to feed the other, or put the food in the eye, it just doesn't work. So that's why we want all of our energy to go in the service of the Lord by the process of bhakti yoga. Interestingly enough, Srimati Radhika is also the embodiment of bhakti. She gives us the ability to please the Lord. So let's go back to her birth. She, like Krishna, prefers to enjoy human-like relations rather than to be praised by the Vedic hymns about her unlimited glories that we just absolutely barely touched on. So, her father is Vrishabhanu Maharaj, and he's one of the kings, one of the two kings in Krishna's abode of Vrindavan. So one morning at about 4 a.m., he went to the Jamuna River, very holy river in Vrindavan, to take bath. And all of a sudden, he saw so many beautiful lotuses, lotus flowers, floating in the river. And then he saw one big lotus flower that was effulgent and with many, many petals, also 1,000 petals. And there was a little baby girl playing on that lotus, like you've seen babies, like there's a baby right here who's probably in the boutique now. He's a Bubba baby, but she's a newborn baby. And she was throwing her feet and throwing her hands and laughing. And she also had her toes in her mouth and just playing like that. So he was so enchanted by this beautiful girl that he immediately picked her up and brought her to his wife named Kirtida. And of course she had a son already, but no daughters. So she was also overjoyed to receive this baby daughter. Now about 6 or 7 days later, the great sage Narada Muni, I think many of you know who Narada Muni is. He's called the Eternal Spaceman. He travels all throughout various material universes and spiritual universes. Just imagine how we're being cheated. You go to school and they teach you that there's only one universe and one sun, and there's only 9 planets in that universe, and only one planet is really inhabited. And then, so like we're the center already. And then within my group, I'm also try to be the best. But it's so tiny. Like here's Miami, which looks so big. And then from in an airplane, I go a little bit up. And then I just see dots for headlights and things. Then I go up further. Everything is just like a matchbox. And then the reality which we learn from the Vedic literatures is that there are many universes in the material world and in the spiritual world as well. And Narada Muni, by his pure chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, and that's what we want to do too, chant purely this Hare Krishna mantra, not only chant when we're here in the temple, but wherever we go, when we're in anxiety, which is a lot, when we're afraid, when we're hopeful, when we're overjoyed, the best thing to give us the highest connection with the Supreme Lord and the highest happiness is the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. So Narada Muni, because of his pure chanting, he's able to fly around without a spaceship and carrying his veena and his clappers and chanting and making millions of disciples everywhere. Like Prahlad Maharaj is his disciple, and Vyasadeva, the manifester of all the Vedic literatures, is also his disciple. Very, very amazing personality. So he saw that Krishna was born, Krishna took birth 1 year and 15 days before Radhika. So he knew that the Supreme Lord had taken birth. He thought, if he has taken birth, then his potency, his power, must also have taken birth somewhere. So he went to visit Vrishabhanu Maharaj, and he said, do you happen to have any newborn children? He said, well, I have a son, but no, I mean newborn, because his son was already a little bit older. Yes, actually, I do have one newborn baby daughter. Oh, well, I'd like to, because I'm also an astrologer, I'd like to read her palm for you. So we need all kinds of worshipable paraphernalia. Like you'll see after some time today now, that after the class is over, then we'll have a kirtan, and then we'll have a bathing ceremony for Radha. And of course, she never wants to be without Krishna, so he'll be also there in the bowl, and we'll be bathing. All of you can take part in the bathing ceremony of milk and yogurt, sugar, honey, water, like that. This is called Abhishek ceremony, or bathing the deities with many holy substances. So he sent Vrishabhanu Maharaj away to get so much paraphernalia for performing this ceremony of reading the palms. And then as soon as he was away, he saw this little baby and sang, how does it go? Kada kripa, kada karisyasi hamam, kripa kataksha bhajanam. O Srimati Radhika, please place your glance over me and let me see you in your beautiful Kishori Roop, or your teenage form, which is your original form. So at once, Radharani became like a 13-year-old youth with all of her Sakis, all of her Gopi friends, and he saw the most magic splendor. And then he told, when the father, Vishwabhanu Maharaj, came back, he told him, this girl will be the source of all fortune. She will marry the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or that will be her beloved, and everywhere she goes, she'll bring fortune. So that's one way that she took birth. Another time she took birth from the womb of her mother. Another time she took birth on the lotus flower in the pond of Vishwabhanu Maharaj within his kingdom, within his palace area. Because there are many ages, so according to different ages, there's some variety. And just discussing Srimati Radhika as a youth, there's one prayer to her. Yasha, if you know it, please sing it with me. Yasha kadapi vasananchalah kelanota dhanyati dhanya pavanena kritartamani yogendra dogamagati madhusudanopi tasya kadan prishabhanu bhuvo dishepi. That is, because Radhika has the mentality that Krishna is mine, and of course, why not? So sometimes this beautiful mood takes the form of transcendental jealous anger. In order to please Krishna, Radhika manifests into millions and millions of beautiful cowherd maidens called gopis or sakis. And together they give Krishna the pleasure of rasa dance, where Krishna can dance with each of the gopis at the same time. And sometimes he may spend his time with one gopi, sometimes another. But how is this? We thought that Radharani is his life and soul and his everything. And she is. But to increase Krishna's pleasure, like I have many moods, okay? Sometimes I'm angry, sometimes I'm overjoyed, sometimes I'm so tired. I have so many different moods, and they're all in me to manifest at different times. But Srimati Radhika, her innumerable varieties of moods manifest as different gopis. She has billions of different moods, so billions of different gopis manifest from her. Of course, she remains whole. It's not that she loses her whole self. Like sometimes we get so busy, we feel like we lost ourselves, we're doing this, that. But she remains full. Like here in this material world, if I have a piece of paper, and I rip up the piece of paper, the whole paper is not there anymore, it's just pieces. But Radharani expands into billions of gopis, beautiful gopis. Some are more bold speaking. Some of them are very soft-hearted with Krishna. Some of them are contrary. All different kinds of moods, and varieties of contrary, varieties of submissive. And so she remains whole. She manifests so many different gopis. In fact, from her, because, am I saying too much, too quick? Got it? You're a smart group. There's one verse, I forgot to finish the other one. So anyway, so sometimes she acts in what's called transcendental loving anger. That's part of her prem, part of her love. It's beyond words what the nature of her prema is. And Krishna's always trying to find out what is the nature of her prema that drives him mad. And she never wants to admit it. She never wants to tell, oh, I love you so much. But she's always playing hard to get because that increases Krishna's eagerness. So one time she was manifesting this man and she refused to talk to him. But why? Because that gives Krishna more pleasure that he comes and has to beg her for forgiveness. Or something that I'm going to read soon in this Prem Samput, which you'll be amazed by. Won't you? Okay. So she was in Man. She refused to talk to Krishna. Krishna was begging and begging, no use. So this was on the bank of Radhika's lake called Radhakund. And so Krishna was so sad that he went to the other side of the lake and just lamented. So in Vrindavan, in this supreme abode, everything is conscious. The wind is conscious, the breeze is conscious, the waters are conscious, the lakes are conscious, everything is conscious. So the breeze thought, I want to do some service for Radharani and Krishna to bring them together because her man is very strong today. So wearing a sari, she has this veil. And so the breeze went under her veil and brought her fragrance across to the other side of her lake. And it went right into the nostrils of Krishna. And because just like Krishna, she's absolute. She's an absolute personality, non-different from her fragrance, non-different from her name, non-different from her remembrance of her. And so, when the fragrance of Radha went under Krishna's nostrils, he thought, now I've attained Radha. Now my life is successful. And who is that Krishna? That even demigods, they cannot approach his lotus feet. That same Krishna thinks his life successful because he's attained Sri Radha. So I'd like to read something from Prem Samput, because what happened was, as I mentioned, Radharani doesn't like to reveal her secrets of her prem to Sri Krishna. So sometimes he takes different disguises. And here he's disguised as a demigoddess from the heavenly planets. Did you cook today? Huh? Did you cook today? Is he one of the cooks? He and who? Thanks to Gaur, Krishna, you didn't forget him. Okay. Oh yeah, you just came recently. So, page 27. So he disguises as a demigoddess, and she couldn't recognize him because he has this power called Yogamaya, which allows him to disguise himself in such a way that no one can recognize him. Of course, let's go a little bit behind the scenes here, that Yogamaya is manifest also from Srimati Radhika to give Krishna that ability. So, this demigoddess is telling Radharani, I'm from the heavenly planets, and there nobody ages like here on earth. And so one day, we heard Krishna's flute playing. It went all the way up to the heavenly planets where we live. And he was actually down here on earth, and he was calling you gopis to dance with him. And then he was dancing with you and millions of other gopis. And then you became upset because although the other gopis didn't see it, you saw, oh, he's dancing with me, but then when I look over there, he's dancing with her. When I look over there, he's dancing with her. So you left the dancing arena in this man. So I don't think that you should love Krishna. Better to give him up. He's a debauchee, has so many lovers. So she said to this so-called demigoddess Krishna, generally, if someone blasphemes a person that you love, will you want their association anymore? Will you? Not. Like if somebody would blaspheme Hemangani, then her husband, Viswambar, he would never want to speak to them again because they blasphemed his beloved. She said, but I don't know why, but even though you blaspheme my beloved, I still love you as much as I love my beloved. And I want you to live with me forever. Never go back to the heavenly planets. And now I make you my official Saki. And I'm so enchanted by you that I want to open up my love rocket and reveal what's inside. And that's the name of this book. It's called Prem Samput, or the Love Locket. So she says so many things, but I'm just going to read a little bit of it. Like the demigod said, aren't you tired of him doing this? And Radharani said, here we're going to learn the meaning of prem and what the difference is between the prem in the spiritual world and the relationships in this material world. Relationships, activities, jobs, whatever. She's saying, just as a lion defeats elephants and then nourishes itself, a little gross analogy there. Just as a lion defeats elephants and then nourishes itself by eating them, similarly, this extremely powerful prem nourishes itself by conquering the unlimited and difficult miseries caused by conditions of this world. Isn't that amazing? It gets more and more strong the more obstacles there are. Whether the conditions are by other planets, like, astrology, by family members, by enemies, by one's own body, or by matters related to the body. Oh God, I just found out I had a cataract. Oh, it's going to be operation and then so much problem. And even by troubles caused by one's beloved that are insurmountable as Mount Sumeru. Mount Sumeru is bigger than the Himalayas. So she's explaining her prem, that it's inherently free, by nature free from obstacles. Once this prem has manifested, not even hundreds and thousands of obstacles can obstruct it. In such prem, there's no place for concern about worldly comforts. Once you have this, you really don't care about your own comfort or happiness. That's what I'm totally absorbed in now. Prasadam is late, I'm hungry. Or what else? What else are some of our obstacles? I'm hot. My legs hurt. Sitting on the floor. I'm sleepy. This class is so boring, I can't believe it. In such prem, there's no place for concern about one's comforts, religious duties, because this is the highest religion. It's love of God, love for Krishna. The attainment of residence in heaven, where ladies smell just like lotus flowers without perfume, and where they live for thousands of years. Reproaches by family members and abuse by enemies cannot even enter the ears. Wouldn't that be a great life? And one even forgets to protect one's own body. Prem has absolutely no obstacle. Even the lover's own attempts to break it by neglecting his beloved's love do not act as an obstacle to prem. Rather, the prem or love increases millions of times. For example, Krishna left Vrindavan and he went to Dwarka, and there he married 16,000 princesses and had children with them and grandchildren, a family coming to 1 million. And then Radharani knew about this, but did her love, well, forget it, I'm going to get another lover too, like in this world. But rather, her love increased millions of times. This is called unconditional love. Our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, gave the example that during World War II, in America, the husbands, lovers, sons, other relatives, friends, all went to war, and all the ladies went to church and prayed to God, "Oh God, please bring back safely my husband or my beloved or my friend or my cousin, my brother." But when they didn't come back, then they all became atheists. Well, forget it. Either God is nothing or he's a bad God. Because their praying and their service was conditional. But in relation to love for Krishna, once that hits, there's no condition, there's no personal concern. Rather, we see that a multitude of obstacles nourishes prem rather than obstructs it or inhibits it. And she, being the embodiment of bhakti or devotion, she gives that love to us by being in the association of devotees, accepting Vaishnava or pure devotee association and getting initiated by a bona fide guru, and then progressing. And each of those steps that you progress to, that is, first getting rid of unwanted habits and thoughts, they go away automatically, and then coming to steadiness, then taste, then attachment, then transcendental emotions, and then finally that prem. These are all stages of that bhakti, different proportions of that bhakti. So really, she is really not the source of Krishna because she comes from Krishna, but she is the power, the embodiment of Krishna's beauty, embodiment of his wealth, and so on. So I'm going to call on Sanatan Prabhu at this time to say something about the glories of Srimati Radhika. Did you want to speak too, Gaur? He just makes faces, doesn't say anything. Okay. So wait, you need is there another mic here? I'm sorry? What? All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Om Ganatimirandasha Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yakripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dina Tanaram Radha Chintani Veshana Yasya Kanti Vilopita Ya Krishna Tamaham Vande Shri Guru Dina Tanaram. I messed that one up. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Gaura Prashtaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Vana Iti Namine Shamarani Mataram Vande Agyanopi Yadanugrahat Taret Bhav Sagaracha Labet Krishna Premadanam. First and foremost, I want to pay my unlimited and respectful obeisances onto the dust of the lotus feet of my spiritual master, Om Vishnupad, Astotarashat, Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta, Srila Van Goswami Maharaj. Also onto the lotus feet of my Param Guru Devs, Nitya Lila Pravishta, Om Vishnupada, Astotarashat, Shri Srila Bhaktivedanta, Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj. And simultaneously onto Nitya Lila Pravishta, Om Vishnupada, Astotarashat, Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta, Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj. Simultaneously onto the dust of the lotus feet of Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupada Stotarashat Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Srila Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada, onto our entire Rupanuga Guru Varga, onto all Vaishnavas Vaishnavis, and today especially and every day especially onto the dust of the lotus feet of our Guru Marta, our Guru Devi, Shrimati Shamarani Devi Dasi. To all senior devotees and all the respectful guests and those online. And now I have 2 minutes. Thank you. I'm super duper unqualified, but by the grace of Guru Mata, she's given me this opportunity to speak on this super auspicious day. So we'll just get right to it. We were speaking of Radha and Krishna. Krishna's name is kind of crooked. It's hard to roll off the tongue, Krishna. But Radha's name is just so sweet. It just rolls off so sweetly. So we'll speak a little bit about the meaning of her name. Radha, Ra Anugera, Da Dayanti, Yasmat Iti Radhe. The Brahma Vaivata Puran explains this, that it means, her name means she who makes Krishna run behind her with deep attachment. Because at the moment in the transcendental world, one time Bangira Rishi asked Brahmaji, he was like, tell me about the appearance of Srimati Radhika, how she appeared in Golok Vrindavan. We've just heard of how she appeared in this material world, but how did she appear in Golok Vrindavan? So very briefly, because time is short, once Krishna was in a beautiful full moon night and he laid under a tree, then all of a sudden this desire, this Shakti arrived at him to enjoy, so his body started to tremble. On one side of his body, some say, thank you, Sadaj Shiv came out, and others say Lord Balaram came out. Then secondly, his left side of his body began to tremble, and out came out Srimati Radhika. And this young girl started to run, and Krishna immediately just chased behind her. So for this reason, with this deep attachment, this anurag, so for this reason, her name is known as Radha. And then she immediately knew that Krishna was desiring to enjoy these mellows, so she expanded into millions and millions of gopis, and they had the first Ras dance. So moving right along, so we can very quickly submerge into this ocean of bliss. And speaking of oceans, have you all heard of Srimati Radhika's 7 divine oceans? Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati and Rasa Ras Sudhanidhi, Radha Ras Sudhanidhi, explains that Srimati Radhika has 7 divine oceans. And my Srila Gurudev recently released a book called Sapta Sindhu Gunabhati Srimati Radhika, and where he explains and compares these 7 divine oceans in an inverse order to the 7 material oceans in this material world. So her oceans 1 through 7 are being compared to the material oceans 7 through 1. So we'll get right into it. Her first ocean is Vidagdha Sindhu, the ocean of her divine enchantment and charm. And with this quality, she always enchants and defeats Krishna. Srila Rupa Goswami explains once Krishna in a moment of proudness, he said, I am so powerful, I lifted Giriraj Govardhan with my pinky for 7 days and 7 nights. And Srimati Radhika smirks and replies, just 7 days and 7 nights? I've lifted 2 Giriraj Govardhans on my chest my whole life. So in this way, she's always cunning and wittingly defeating Krishna, which, like we heard, is seemingly an obstacle for love, but actually increases his love. And this ocean is compared to the ocean of pure water in this material world, because pure water is needed to sustain life. And similarly, these moods, these interactions between Radha and Krishna, Krishna needs these interactions to sustain his own life. So moving along, the second ocean is Anurag Sindhu, which is the divine ocean of Shrimati Radhika's divine deep attachment. And her deep attachment, Anurag, is described as condensing into a Mahabhav state. So this ocean is compared to the ocean of milk, because milk, when boiled, condenses into condensed milk. And an example of this Mahabhav state, once Shrimati Radhika was exiting a secluded place where she was meeting with Krishna, and she runs into Lalita Devi, who just yesterday was Lalita Saptami. And Lalita Devi asked her, "Oh, Radha, tell me, how does Krishna look? How is he looking today? Please describe his beautiful form to me." And Shrimati Radhika, in the state of Mahabhav, was saying, "Oh, where is Krishna? I've never seen him. How is his form? You tell me. Where can I find him?" And then Lalita's looking at it. She's like, "Oh, you're so pagali. You're so crazy, Radha. You were just with him." And when she hears this, she becomes completely bewildered, cries, and faints. Or another pastime, once she's in a solitary, secluded place in a very pathetic condition of separation and weeping, and Lalita Devi walks up to her and she says, "Why don't you try to write Krishna a letter?" So she gathers palm leaf paper, and she gets some wild berry to make some ink, and she gets like the feather of a peacock to like a quill as a pen, and then she gives it to Shrimati Radhika, and Shrimati Radhika stares at the paper, and she becomes so absorbed in Krishna that she actually begins to think at this moment, now I am Krishna, thinking of my separation of Shrimati Radhika. And in this mood, she completely loses control and just starts to weep so bitterly that her tears fill up the paper. And Lalita Devi at that moment knew exactly what to do. So she grabs the paper and folds it and gives it to Krishna. And then when Krishna sees the paper, nothing on it, just the tears. And when Krishna sees the paper, he sees her tears, and he knew exactly what her mood was, so he began to cry as well. So these are some of the examples of deep spiritual sentiments in which they completely lose control of themselves, who they are, where they are. Moving along, the next, and that ocean is compared, the Anurag ocean, like I said, is compared to the ocean of milk. So then comes Vatsalya Sindhu, her ocean of her divine parental affection. Normally, we hear, according to Ras Shastra, that Vatsalya and Madhurya Prem don't like compete, like don't go together. They kind of clash. But we also have heard from Guru Devi and our acharyas that within Madhurya, all the other rasas are there. Just like if you have $100, you have $50, $20, $10. So she has this Vatsalya Prem, and it's on display with her gopis, with her nearest. Okay, Vatsalya Prem is her. It's a one of the moods in Vrindavan. It's parental affection. So she has this parental affection towards her gopis, her sakis, her nearest and dearest intimate associates. And in her moments of separation, she cries out to her sakis. She'll say, "Oh my Rupa Manjari, oh my Raman Manjari, come." And in this way, they cool the fire of her separation. So this ocean in the book, my Srila Gurudev compares it to the ocean of yogurt, because yogurt has a cooling effect on the body. And similarly, her gopis, her maidens, have a cooling effect on her when she's in these intense moments of fire separation. And they're all her, exactly. They're like in the beginning when I briefly touched on it, when she realized that Krishna wanted to enjoy various things, she expanded into all different moods, which are all just different expansions of her moods and sub expansions of herself. So then the next ocean is her ocean of Karuna Sindhu, which is her ocean of divine compassion or mercy. Shrimati Radhika is very compassionate, way more compassionate than Krishna. There's a pastime that speaks on this. Once Radha and Krishna were crossing a pond, and at the edge of the pond there was an elephant who was drowning. And Krishna noticed the elephant, but he just didn't say or mention anything. He was just thinking, all living entities are suffering according to their karma. So he just didn't pay much attention. But at the moment Shrimati Radhika saw this elephant, so much compassion came into her heart. So she threw her padma, her lotus that she holds in her hand, at the at the edge of the pond, and then the lotus grabs the trunk of the elephant and pulls the elephant out. And then immediately the elephant manifests into a beautiful damsel and becomes a manjari, intimate maidservant of Shrimati Radhika, and the lotus and this manjari serve Shrimati Radhika now eternally. So those are just one of the stories of her. Yes, definitely. Actually, Shrimati Radhika has 3 baths. Has anyone ever heard of Shrimati Radhika's 3 baths? Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami and Chaitanya Charitamrita mentions them. One is Karunya Mrita Snan, which is the bath of her compassion. When she's at a young age, before her Nova Yovana, which is her youthful age, sort of like the age of these young boys that were walking around here, she develops this compassion within her. There's a beautiful pastime. Once she was really young with Vrishabhanu Maharaj, and she entered the Goshala, the cowshed, and there was a baby calf who was just learning to eat grass for the first time. It had suckled his mother, and now it's trying to eat grass for the first time. And the blade of the grass cut the lip of the calf, and the calf began to bleed. And Shrimati Radhika, as a young baby infant, almost noticed this and immediately tore her cloth and went to take the blood off the calf. So it just shows like at that age when her compassion began to develop. Her second bath is her Tarunya Mrita Snan, which is when she now is entering her youthful age, her Nova Yovana, which means her youthful age. And at this age, her body develops, and also her ecstatic symptoms and her love for Krishna is starting to manifest. And then her third bath is her Lavanya Mrita Snan, which is the bath of her divine effulgence starts to manifest. At this age, she's in her Kishori age as a youthful teen, and her effulgence is fully manifested, which takes us into the 5th ocean, which is Lavanya Sindhu, which is the ocean of her divine effulgence. And her effulgence is so brilliant. It's the luster, yes, the luster and effulgence of her body is coming off so brilliantly that it's compared to defeat billions and billions of suns in all the universes. So much so that when she walks into secluded places to meet Krishna at night, her sakis have to cover her with veils and put paste over her body, because my Gurudev explains that if they don't do this, it's like a sun walking through a dark forest, and everyone would be like, everyone would know what was going on, and her secluded pastimes would be discovered. So this effulgence, this divine ocean of effulgence, is compared effulgence. Thank you. This divine ocean of effulgence is compared to the ocean of alcohol, because alcohol, as we all know, is an intoxicant, and this ocean of her divine effulgence intoxicates Krishna. The next one is Amrit Chavi Rupa Sindhu, which is the divine ocean of her divine form. And there's so much sweetness to her form. One of her names is Padma Ganda. Her face looks just like a lotus. There's actually a really beautiful pastime. Once Radha and Krishna were playing hide and seek, and Krishna goes to hide. And Shrimati Radhika is looking around, and she very cleverly notices some monkeys pointing down at the area where Krishna was, like talking to each other. Look at Krishna. So she quickly found him. And then it was her turn to hide. So she asked her gopis tie his sheet around his face so he won't see it. Because like if your own friend ties it, maybe he'll leave like a little slit where you can see. But if like the opposing party ties it, it'll be really tight, and he surely won't be able to tell. So they tied it really tight, and she goes and hides in this like an area where there's millions and millions of lotuses. And like I said, one of her names is Padmaganda. Her face looks just like a lotus flower. So Krishna's looking and he can't see her. But one of her other names is Mukhalasi. Actually, side note, side quest. Uh, everyone, do people know why Shama, Shrimati Radhika is called Shama? Most people think it's because Krishna is called Sham, so they call her Shama, which is true like grammatically, but the real deeper meaning is explained in this book called Ras Manjari, which explains that she's called Shama because in the winter time her body is warm when the weather is cold, and in the summertime her body cools down when the weather heats up. And she's called Mukhalasi because of fragrance emanates from her body. And she's Padmaganda because she looks just like a lotus flower. And the book also explains that she's Bakala Pushpa, which means wherever she steps, the Bakala flowers manifest, these sweet, fragrant, white star-like flowers, which is why in Vrindavan they offer them a lot to her. So back, where was I don't know. The flowers. Okay, yeah. So she's Padmaganda. He couldn't find her, but she's also Mukhalasi, so she has this sweet fragrance coming from her body. And the honeybees start to swarm her. So Krishna sees the honeybees and he's like, okay, I know she's in that area. But still, she's Padmaganda. She looks just like a lotus. Even though he knows kind of where she's at, she can, and she's amongst millions of lotuses. So then one of the gopis, like, kind of hints, like, gives him with her eye, like, tells him where she's at. And he catches her and briefly touches her. And Shrimati Radhika became so upset at this moment. And she looks at Rupa Manjari. She's like, how dare you tell Krishna where I was? And Rupa Manjari was like, Saki, I did not tell Krishna anything. It was Chitra Saki. And then she just doesn't say anything to Chitra Saki because Chitra Saki is one of the Ashta Sakis, and she's actually about like 24 days older than Shrimati Radhika, so she wouldn't say anything to her in publicly. So she just kept chastising Rupa Manjari, who's a Manjari, and she'll very publicly chastise them because they have that loving relationship. But the sweetness of her body and her face and Padmaganda then took me to that story. So she's Amrit Chavit Rupa is one of the divine oceans of her divine, sweet, fragrant body, and that is compared to the ocean of sugarcane because the sweetness, Krishna relishes the sweetness of her form. And lastly, it is Kali Sindhu, the ocean of her divine sweet pastimes. There's so many sweet pastimes, but time is super short, and I can already tell I passed my 10 minutes, so I'll end really soon. But there's so many sweet pastimes. There's one specific pastime in which they were having a loving quarrel, like a prema ahalankad, and Krishna, sorry, I'm just trying to fit it in. Is it okay if I stretch 5 minutes? Okay, thank you. So Krishna and Radha and Krishna were in like a loving quarrel, and Radha tells Krishna, you know, you are so crooked. You are crooked in 3 places. And normally his 3 bent form means he's crooked like in his neck, in his hip, and his knees. But here, Shrimati Radhika is saying, when she says you are crooked, she was telling him, you're crooked in past, present, and future. So then Krishna looks at her and he says, okay, because she also calls him, she compares him to Lord Shiva. One of Lord Shiva's name is like the Lord of Crookedness. So she compares him to him, and he says, okay, well, you're like Ashtavakra Rishi, who's crooked in 8 places. She said, you have 8 curves. You're crooked in 8 places. And if anyone's ever heard of Shrimati Radhika, Krishna has his 3 bent form, but Shrimati Radhika actually has her 8 bent form. And it's described in Dan Kelly Kumudi by Srila Rupa Swami. It's Vachi, Kechi, Bruvi, Drishti, Smita, Prayan, Vagunta, Hidricha. Very quickly and slowly at the same time. Vachi are her words. Her words are always crooked. She'll say, Krishna, get out of here, but mean, don't go anywhere. Or, I don't love you, but I love you. So her words are always very crooked. She rarely says exactly what she means, especially when dealing with Krishna. Kechi, her hair is curly, it's crooked. There's a pastime where Rup Goswami was writing a verse, and on the verse he compared Srimati Radhika's braid to a snake. And Sanatan Goswami read it, and he was kind of thrown back. He's like, this doesn't seem right. And Rupa Goswami very humbly was like, it's okay, whatever you want to change, you change it. And Sanatan Goswami said, okay, I'm gonna go take my bath, and when I get back, we'll get right on it. And while he's in his bath, he sees this, he has this vision, this spurti of these young women bathing in the waters of the pond, and he sees like a snake over the head of a woman, of this young Kishore, and he says, hey Kishore, there's a snake. And then just like that, they all disappear. And then he realized, oh, I had a vision. Huh? Yes. Everything I'm saying is from my Guru Dev's lectures and the 2 books that I described, that I mentioned. So they all disappear, and then immediately Srila Sanatan Goswami realized, oh, her braid does look like the curve of a snake, like the hood of a snake. So Kechi, her hair is curvy. Bruvi, her eyebrows are crooked. They're like the bow of an arrow. And Drishti, her glance is crooked. She never looks at Krishna directly, it's like always sideways. And her eyes are chanchala, they're always restless, moving around. Smita, her smile is crooked. She has many smiles, but Srila Rupa Goswami describes her topmost smile as Smita Hasya, where she has like her smile slanted a little bit. Her mouth is slanted, and she's kind of opening her mouth. You could see her teeth, but she's perking her lips a little bit. It's called Smita Hasya. It's her topmost smile, as described by Rupa Goswami. And next is Smita Vagunte, which is her veil. Her veil is always crooked. One of her names is Najamukhi. Her head is always down, so she covers her head, and she covers her face with her veil and gives a sidelong glance, kind of like we see in Sevakunji here. The other one is, can I finish the list? Okay, Vagunte. She said no, but I have to finish. If not, my Gurudev won't be pleased. Vagunte. Okay, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Beva Chapatitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shila Gurudev Ki Jai, Jai Jai Shri Radhe. If anyone wants to read the book, it's Saptu Sindhu Gunabhati Shrimati Radhika, and you can finish the list all the way up to 8.
Yeah. So he did fit, we have to admit, he did fit the ocean in the jar. Very good, thank you. So now we're going to have, like last time it was Prabhupada's appearance day, and we played a recording of Dr. Om doing a beautiful rap of the Prabhupada, the Perfect Man. So today, being the appearance day of Srimati Radhika, Nitai Prabhu and Dr. Om, can they both stand and wave? And Sita, wow, where is she? There she is. Sita Janardhan, who's not here today, and Dr. Om, he's in the back, and Nitai. They're going to do a rap. We're going to hear a recording of it, of the glories of Radha, right? The grace of Srimati Radhika. Okay.
Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
God is grace. God is grace. Live in such a way. God is grace. That you show your face. God is grace. God is grace.
God is grace. Signs of lead fate. Mother Earth, before standing, I give thanks. Praise, pray. Your power like light, show me my place. A trillion lives, an illusion. Please change my ways. Addicted to confusion, pollution, movement. To slave with the senses and temporary world like a prison. The call of the forbidden, irreligious materialism, divine lesson, surprise presence, inspires and answers questions. Lustful selections melt to loving perfection. My children are placed sweet, free, knowing beyond belief. Whatever trouble and grief, you rise me above defeat. Thank my eternal family. I know you by your friends, and by you is a place where loving relations never end.
God is grace. God is grace. The God is grace. God is grace. Show your face. God is grace. The God is grace. 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 Takes away.
Bhakti in my mind, Krishna in my veins. Every breath a mantra, every heartbeat chances names. The body is a temple, the soul a sacred flame. Walking through the darkness while the night sings its plays. Golden like a rung of mercy in my stride. An ocean of compassion when my restless waves collide. I don't need the glitter, the fortune or the fame. Just a chopper on my right, causing waves with his names. I was once drifting aimless in illusions, hungry seas, chasing hollow pleasures, bound in lust and greed. Hungry in the alleys, the world had turned me cold, trading hours for survival, just a ghost in payrolls. Then Krishna clothed me radiant, a baby draped in white, truth upon a platter, shining brighter than the night. Tafa is eternal, my soul is part of you, and I'll follow that, for nothing else is true. Love is high, love is low. Tell me, Christian, where we gonna go? God is great, God is grace. Life is you in the faith. Love is high, love is low. Tell me, Christian, where we gonna go?
Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. 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 Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Maju sudah to the front. Maju sudah to the front. Maju.
Now on, it needs to be on the screen because rap is very hard to follow. So from now on the screen. Because last time, when it was on the screen, we got every single word. Is the Abhishek ready?
Radha Bhajan or Muhammad Shah? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Can you hold this for a second? Because I need to like speed it up. Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna
You want to play them? You can play them. Just play them fast. Just play them fast.
Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Govinda Govinda, Govinda Govinda, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Govinda Govinda, Govinda Govinda, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. The next one. The next one.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Jaya Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe. Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna Krishna. Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai 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 Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Oh Hari Bol Hari Bol. Hari Bol Hari Bol. Hari Bol Hari Bol. Hari Bol Hari Bol. Gaur Nityananda Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol. Gaur Nityananda Bol. Gaur Shri Advaita Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol. 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 Hari Bol. Gaur Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Gaur Hari Bol.
You're tired?
Just give me a tune or something.
Sure. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna. Krishna Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Excuse me, Hari Bol. I just wanna make an announcement that in order that everyone gets a chance for bathing, we're gonna have 2 lines so that it's not one person at a time, but it's 2. One line here and one line here, and they have 2 conch shells, and one person's hands will be higher and one person's hands will be lower. But you don't have to wait for the other person on the other side of the line from you. That way everybody can get a chance and it'll go smoothly fast.
And please, our senior devotees coming first in line, and as we'll make these 2 lines.
Well, what'd you say? Really? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Haribol. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, राधे राधे जय जय श्री राधे 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 ओ राधे राधे जय जय श्री राधे 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 जय जय श्री राधे ओ राधे राधे जय जय श्री राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे बोलो बरसाने वाली की जय 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 बरसाने वाली की जय जय बोलो बरसाने वाली की जय 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 राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे ओ राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे बोलो हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare. I'll use these. Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Radhe Radhe, Govinda Govinda, Radhe Radhe, Govinda Govinda, Radhe Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Govinda Radhe. Oh Radhe Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Govinda Radhe. Radhe Govinda, oh Radhe Govinda, oh Radhe Govinda, oh Radhe Govinda, Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe. Oh Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe, गोविंद राधे गोपाल राधे गोविंद 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 राधे 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 गोविंद राधे गोपाल राधे गोविंद राधे गोपाल राधे गोविंद राधे गोपाल राधे गोविंद राधे गोपाल राधे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय नीताय गौरंग जय नीताय गौरंग नीताय गौरंग जय नीताय गौरंग जय नीताय गौरंग जय नीताय गौरंग नीताय गौरंग जय नीताय गौरंग जय नीताय गौरंग जय नीताय गौरंग 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 नीताय 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 गौरंग नीताय 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 गौरंग जय सचिनंदन गौर हरि जय सचिनंदन गौर हरि जय सचिनंदन गौर हरि जय सचिनंदन गौर हरि गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा जय प्रभुपद 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 जय प्रभुपद जय प्रभुपद जय प्रभुपद प्रभुपद जय प्रभुपद निताय गौर हरिबो 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 गौर हरिबो निताय गौर हरिबो 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 गौर हरिबो
Oh. Please come now. Sure.
Oh no. And you've been like super responsible.
I've been trying, bro.
Yeah, do the jazz.
Do kirtan.
Abhishek ho gaya? Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai Shri Radha Raman Bihari Ju Ki Jai 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 Shri Radhe Jai Nitya Vishnu
Give Jaidwani, Jaidwani. Jai Shri Shri Radha Raman Bihari Ju Ki Jai Shri Radha Thakurani Ki Jai.
Should we do an announcement? I'm not even sure what the program is now. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai Nitya Vishnu Vishnu Pada Stottra Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nitya Vishnu Vishnu Pada Stottra Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nitya Vishnu Vishnu Pada Stottra Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai Nitya Vishnu Vishnu Pada Stottra Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nitya Vishnu Vishnu Pada Stottra Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai Shri Mahabhagavad Shri Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Satchidananda Shri Bhakti Thakur Ki Jai Shri Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Rup Sanatan Bhattaragana Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasaragana Sad Goswami Prabhu's Ki Jai Premsiko Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Shri Navadip Dham Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Goko Gauravananda Rasamanasa Shri Braj Mandala Ki Jai Shri Ganga Jamuna Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Shri Gopeshwar Mahadeva Ki Jai Shri Vrindadevi Ki Jai Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Sarsan Chakraju Ki Jai Shri Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Nishinga Bhagavan Ki Jai Charu 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 Sampradaya Ki Jai Nata Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai Shri Radhastami Titi Ki Jai Shri Brishabandhu Nandini Shri Radharani Ki Jai Shri Mahabhav Sarup Radharani Ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo
Tulsidevai, Priyaye Keshavashya, Bhakti Padade, Vachai Namo Namaha, Vanchakalpacha, Kripa Sindhu Vyevacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha, Shri Radhastami Ki, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Sham. Thank you everyone so much for coming. Celebrate beautiful Radhastami here at Sacred Vedic Arts. So we have a feast cooked by Kamala and Sita, who are visiting us from England, Wales. And beautiful Abhishek, Madhu, and Haridas Prabhus. And so we'll have Prashadam inside. I guess it's raining now. So somehow two devotees can set up tarps in here, in these both rooms. Maybe the overflow can go into the gift shop. And while you're in the gift shop, you can shop. Because we have any amount of books and any posters for any donation on this special Radhastami Day. Oh, and a very big news. Mark your calendars. This Thursday, September 4th, 6 to 9 is the opening of our exhibit at Miami-Dade College, the Padron campus. Those of you who have been here are probably wondering what happened to the original Shamrani's original paintings. They're at Miami-Dade Padron campus, and we're going to have a beautiful, beautiful exhibition. The devotees have been working so hard setting it up. So please come for that. And
Where is it located?
Padron campus, it's near Calle Ocho. Downtown, Padron, 27th, 20 Northwest 27th. We'll send something out again. tonight. Okay, thank you all for coming, and yeah, I've already announced it. You missed it. And if anyone can stay after and help us clean up, that will be amazing. That's our Bhakti Yoga practice, devotional service. So you can see Madhu.
Also, if anybody's feeling interested to bring auspiciousness in your life and you'd like to sponsor our next feast or our next festival, please, you can meet with Haridas Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Haribo. All right. Tarps and servers. Servers. Oh, nice. Devotees don't mess around.
Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmani Vaishnavi
The grace sign on top.
You got nice tattoos there. What is that? What is it? What is that?
This is Consum Sarovar. Consum Sarovar, the templo in the Govardhan.
Okay.
The Govardhan Parika.
Okay.
The templo.
Pick up. I mean, better. Thank you.
My friend.
I cannot sit down. What is the other one?
This is Garuda.
Okay.
Garuda.
Wow, nice.
You did it in India or here?
No, in Colombia. In Colombia.
Garuda's cool. There's a world, there's a hell, Atala. And yes. No, it's okay. In this hell world, you know hell, and underneath the hell, the demons are hiding. They're hiding from Garuda.
Yeah, that's him.
He gave me this camera.
His wife and his daughter and son.
Daughter and son.
He couldn't remember me, but I tell him who I was.
I'm not the priest.
So they let me down.
Instead of going to.
Then you have Puja. Then you have Puja. He used to call my own Puja.
But they're living in fear. They're like hiding. Garuda comes in.
He and all the sick people.
I mean, we've done like events. Yeah. It's a lot of work. The schedule here is very, very tight. Yeah. Still. I'm wondering if I should close it.
I should close the.
Hey, Laura. Can you close the altar? I don't want to do this.
Don't blame them, man. A little too
Or is it we ask him to do it?
He didn't.
He knows all the mantras.
What's it mean?
It's too hot. He wanted to spend the lights off.
It's too hot. What invitation? This program?
For tonight?
Yeah, this program.
I would have just like, if we did away with Gajimani and closing.
No, he knows. He tell me what time to start and what time to finish.
It's a secret, big secret.
He got himself.
Let me go give him those things. Put them inside. That's all my point, dude.
Yeah, he's bro. I need to get a video.
Prabhu, you want to turn these off?
Oh, is it on? Yes, it is.